So I decided to study abroad for three main reasons. The first being that my father served in the Navy for 20 years and he would always come home with very interesting stories. Secondly, I always valued ways of living that were different from mine. And lastly, I always also valued knowledge and history told from other perspectives. So I thought study abroad would be culturally enriching. So my biggest concern, whether or not I could study abroad, was finances. Being a first generation former foster youth, low income student, you learn very quickly and have to make executive decisions based upon what you would like to engage in while being abroad. I funded my study abroad with three different methods. The first method was applying for as many scholarships as I could. Secondly, I was using crowdsourcing or crowdfunding. The last method that I used was the financial aid that I was receiving throughout the year. Study abroad has impacted me both personally and academically in a positive way. Personally, because it has extended my social capital by including a global network of people I've come in contact with that I can now work with on projects internationally. And academically, I would say it has done the same because it has provided a holistic learning environment for me to engage with professors internationally who have even written some letters of recommendation that have assisted me into getting into graduate school. My identities influenced my experience abroad because it informed me of my positionality in every space that I visited. First off, I identify as being an African American male, and being an African American male, study abroad taught me of the privileges that I have that some others don't, being able to move and visit different spaces very freely. Another thing that I noticed was that people were very aware of my presence, but it was never a threatening feeling. A lot of times I was asked questions and approached, but people were very friendly. One of my most memorable times studying abroad would be when we had the opportunity to go on a hike while we were in Barbados. We were just told that we would be going down this gully or this stream or river that had once dried up. And so while going through this hike, we started realizing how hard this hike was, with points where we had to climb off down a rope or jump off this cliff. But at the end of the entire hike, we hiked up this mountain and were able to look at the entire east side of the island, Bathsheba, and it was definitely probably the most memorable time while being abroad. For students who are looking to study abroad who share my social identity, the advice that I would share is don't be afraid to travel. A lot of times we are, intimidated by the things that we don't know. And the second thing I would say is leave your baggage at home. When you study abroad, definitely come with an open mind and an open heart, and you'll find people with like minds everywhere you go.